Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Oblivion. It's only been a week, so hopefully you remember what happened last time. Also, it's on YouTube already. I was
No.
fast turnaround on that
Ooh.
episode. So, if you didn't see last week, or you missed some of what happened last week, we basically woke up and decided we are gonna head straight away back to the floating urn to get back into the Everdark, so we could have the most possible time there and not have to worry about getting stuck there after sunset. So we pretty much immediately, despite some warnings that, most people don't survive one trip down there, much less two, uh, we decided to go anyway. And we got to a point where we realized this is kind of the point of no return. If we go past this point, we can't go back the way we came. We have to find a way out the other end. So we did that, of course. And we were presented with some different pathways we could go to. We had an ominous message from a floating skull that the end of whatever pathway we found down here would not be good from Stavud's perspective, particularly. So we followed Stavud's feeling of the pull that brought us down here. We ended up first in a room with a weird chest and a key on the floor and a swirling ring of crows. Uh, After we grabbed the key in the chest, the crows turned into one giant wraith crow, which drained the life out of Caldrin and Kater. But we survived that room. We went down the second pathway, which was a dead end. We then went down the third one, which had a portcullis. Behind the portcullis, there was a bone naga with a key, and I believe it was Stavud pulled the key out of the bone naga, set it free. It was trying to attack Kater. We dispatched the bone naga, and then the middle
That was like
passage.
the most efficient battle we've ever had.
It was great. We did do very well in that one. Not so
Contract
good on
by
the
the other.
next one.
That's why I wanted to point that out.
Yeah. So the third passage was now open. There were three keyholes that were more like they were like keyholes, but they were also like portals. They were black. They were ringed in purple, and next to each one was a big stone statue. And so we figured out, okay, we probably had to activate these at the same time. When we did, a wraith ghost, I don't know, ghosty lady appeared, and we found out shortly after that that she could go into one of the statues and animate them, and then use it to absolutely crush everyone except Stavud, like grind them into paste, with like a single hit in most cases. So at the end of that, Stavud was left scooping up the remains of all of his allies who had been killed and was allowed to leave with those remains unharmed. But we, by the end of it, thought maybe he had figured out what the choice between darkness and death meant and probably didn't like it very much. And we ended as Stavud was ushering our remains through the portal that opened when we put the keys in. And we're picking up as Stavud, I guess, is appearing on the other end of that portal into somewhere.
And just so you can see the map, since it doesn't really matter at this point. I think I just took the dynamic lighting off, so I think you can see the whole map.
Yep.
As you were retelling the story. But yeah. There's a lot of X's in that last room. But yeah. So we begin this episode in darkness. There's no light. I didn't really create a darkness screen because I didn't feel like that would be very fun for anybody playing or watching. So there's no darkness screen, but we're in darkness right now. And there's as we kind of come into it, there's appears to be a conversation going on between Stavud and some voice from the darkness. Do we recount the conversation from this point?
I think we should. I think we should get up to
Okay.
here.
So when Stavud stepped through, he felt this clearly magical darkness that was suffocating to him in his denseness. He felt like moving through any of it was like pushing through thick sludge, and he smelled just death all around him, which, there was a lot of death around him, so it kind of makes sense. And as he's questioning, maybe he himself had actually died as he stepped through the portal. A voice from the darkness says, of course you're not dead, but perhaps you should be. Why have you come here when you're not ready? And so, I don't know, Stavud, do you play this out in conversation for him?
Sure, yeah. So Stavud thinks to himself, and kind of thinks, can you read my thoughts? But at the same time said, I felt pulled to this place. I didn't feel like it could wait because my visions, with the visions I've had. Where am I? Who are you?
At which point, at which point it responds, if I desired, I would read your thoughts, but you're not significant enough to waste the effort, even if you are the first to reach here. It's just a shame you're not stronger. The fact that you don't know who I am speaks to your insufficiency. Are you not even keen enough to deduce that you're in the realm of the Nightbringer?
Are you actually her then, Shar? Not an avatar or an acolyte? I felt it had to come quickly because of the approaching darkness. I'm afraid it was a huge mistake, though, because I wasn't strong enough to keep my companions alive. I think they were going to be key to figuring out how to stop the darkness.
No, you were not strong enough. Why would you bring such inconsequentials for such an important task? What keys did they have to offer besides expendability? There's like a snicker that accompanies that. Then again, maybe you are up for the task. Did you at least sacrifice them well in your defense?
I guess I'm kind of answering the first question. So, because what I'm about to say doesn't make sense unless it's in email form. I had a vision of this place and was drawn here. They had visions of other places and that also had to do with fighting back the coming darkness. It was no coincidence that we were together. Each piece of the puzzle may have been just as essential as the others. Their loss may be more than we can overcome. What is the task that I am here for, and why is it that I was the one drawn here to complete it? And that's where I think that's where our emails terminate. What was
At which point she says, and you're anticipating, like, she was in quotation marks in the email, so those were she. But you hear the voice say, what were these visions you speak of? Why are they so consequential? Why did they matter?
Well, I thought the vision was from you. I had the vision of this place, this dark place, and told me to come here.
Your vision, certainly. But their vision? I did not call for them.
All of us had a vision on the same nights, the same time, and of similar things. You aren't working with someone else?
Describe these visions.
Yeah, so I'll go into. I might need some help on this. Keldrin saw ship, and
Yeah, it was like the ship with the lizard folk on it being attacked by the plant creature things, and the tangerine bomb and the poison gas in this kind of like swampy locale.
And had seen Malignant before we'd ever met Malignant.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll start with that. Children's had visions of Malignant before we met him and his, flying ship. And then how did it end? It was, I think she'll be more curious about that part.
Yeah, it was
And
the like Malignant as he was dying. Let me open this up to make sure I get it right.
because we all had a shared element of our dream, right? Like what
We all had one dream that was the same.
the same, right? We all had
Yep.
that vision where the darkness was coming over basically our city effectively.
It's coming over Cloud Forth.
Yeah. So the end of it was, yeah, the lizard folk. Now who I know who that is, was dying and like rolled next to me with like blood dripping out of their mouth, and they said, "Help you we will, if help us you will. Seek, find her." And that was the last thing in my dream.
And I kind of share that one too, because find her, must listen to her and find her. It's part of my vision, and I thought that was you. This less, whatever.
Go on.
This other darkness. The Kater had visions of, I don't know, it's not like was it a kraken? What was it?
Yeah, well, he never actually saw the monster.
So it was a whirlpool, right?
It was, yeah, a
An omen
whirlpool
of
that
a monster.
sucked him down in, and you remember his horrible performance, except for the vocals; those were spot on. But it ended up talking about, the end of it, being the important part. If you find her, this will be your fate. Talking about the waters being dragged down. There's only one way out, and it's not through her. Do not seek her, else this world will perish. Yeah, he was in some type of underwater horribleness.
And Linnaeus dreamed of, I know there was a storm and 3 lightning bolts and the details. I don't know. But
Let me pull it up here. It was a storm in a desert, and there's a nearby coastline, and there's a big sandstorm happening in the desert. And then the figure that I have says, "Is the storm you fear or what follows?" And then there was a voice from the storm that says, "Which storm, you fool?" And then you've got the lightning bolts coming down from a star, and geysers of sand, and probably some fulgurites are forming there, but that's not in the story. I've got to locate the wayward stars.
and remind me, this is the lightning bolt is a sign of which, isn't it?
Talos.
Talos. So that's sign of Talos.
And the creature is made of maggots.
Gross. And then the wayward stars. Didn't you have a theory about that? That the wayward stars were a group of people, like a specific group, or am I thinking of something else?
I don't remember anymore.
I think I'm confusing this with a different role-playing game we do sometimes.
With Scion with different stars.
Well, Keldrin had read something, and I don't remember how much he had revealed from the book he had read.
Oh yeah, he did read some stuff.
And I don't know if that's what you're thinking of, but we'd have to go back probably 4 or 5 episodes, which would be like 4 or 5 real months.
I feel like,
don't-
yeah, I might
Anybody
be.
wants to go back real quick and check that for us, like
Did
4 or 5
I?
episodes
Let's
ago?
see. So there was the
I thought there was like a meeting. Didn't you follow somebody up a staircase?
Yeah.
Is that a totally different game?
no, that was
She did.
Sariel. Like we went up to Sariel's tower and she had us look at the stars. Told us about like this falling stars over a black mass. The mass seems like it's come from somewhere else. She's seeing this unusual thing. Is there anything else about the stars from her? Yeah, I had that book for a little while. Spawning of the Stars. Yeah, and there was one other. I think I filled you in at one point when we were at the tavern about like I picked up some stuff from that book that I borrowed, which is never getting to that library now.
Whoops.
Yeah, there's some like theories about like, there are like regions beyond are like the planes that we know about, where there's like this crazy mixed up multiverse, and there's like super old beings, these elder evils, and that they're trying to get out of that realm. And then this theory of malevolent stars came from them. And so there were these like cultists and warlocks and things that were trying to make pacts with the elder evils by calling out to comets and shooting stars and celestial bodies and trying to bring them into our world. And so they were kind of like heralds of the elder evils. And then, yeah, whether the stars have anything to actually do with this realm or not sure. But whenever these cults do this and these beings of immense power appear, it's really bad for the material plane. And so they call those star spawn. I think that's kind of what I had picked up from the book and said like, oh guys, I read this. I stayed up late reading this book and I found out this thing. This seems really interesting and probably important.
So Stavud will do his best to like convey that, but like also convey like.
For those not familiar, by the way, from whatever game this was from, this is called a flashback sequence. I don't recall which game that was from.
Blades in the Dark.
Blades in the
This is
Dark.
Blades in the Dark. That's it. Yeah.
Dark had such great
Those are
games.
Blades in the Dark tie-in for a flashback sequence. So there we go. Sorry, go ahead, Drew.
So yeah, Stavud will try and convey all of these things, and as well as our shared dream, right? And that's a real important one, right? That we all saw this coming darkness. And then and kind of how we were each we're connected, had similar, but yeah, and all of it came at the same time. But also convey like some of my like I can't they had information that I don't know. Well, they knew things that I can't recall.
The voice from the darkness, when it responds again, it sounds it's still quite acerbic, but it actually sounds like it's pondering a little bit as it's almost thinking out loud, and says, your Keldron's dreams, his makes no sense to me. I don't understand his decides to seek her, and who knows who her is, but your Kater, that one's a little more interesting, but probably need more information. However, this Olinius you speak of, if he's describing, he's seen the 3 lightning bolts. Well, yes, that would be certainly Talos, and Talos is such an insignificant figure, but at the same time, he's always looking for ways to just destroy things, to just make a mess of everything. And well, maybe he has figured out some means beyond even our reach. This is concerning. And certainly something needs more looking into. It's a shame they're dead. They cannot even make it past my guardians. How will they be any of use to us?
You can bring them back?
For what reason? So they can die again?
No, to help stop the coming darkness.
That's what you're here for.
Can't do it alone.
Not yet. But you are the first to make it this far.
Help. I needed help.
Did you? Didn't seem like they were much help. Besides, a term I heard it once, they were cannon fodder. It's a very odd term. I don't understand it, but I suppose they did keep you alive.
I mean, the task seems like it'll be a difficult one. I still am not sure what that task is exactly.
Where are you from?
I'm from Cloud Force. And I named the bulge that's not or whatever. Well, originally from, and I can't remember the other name of the bulge. I gotta look at my notes. Never been there. This character, Drew has never been my character, obviously.
I can't remember which one you said your name.
Not other bulge. Yeah,
Vulnerable. Yeah. You are a Salian.
That said, I have been told that by I don't even know how to convey one of the lizard people that he could see like an aura around us, and mine was not right for an Assalian.
So you are not a Salian.
Well, it was, but I
Oh. No, you are not a Salian at all, she says all of a sudden.
it was like reversed. I still had the Stallion aura, but it was inverted. Same was true of Keldrin.
Yes. You are Threntrin. You do not even know where you come from?
No, I that's the island way south of where? Stalia?
Some would name it a continent.
Not as big as for all, is it?
It is not.
Good. This continent is enormous.
So you and this this Keldrin are from Threntra, is what you're saying.
I did not know this, and I don't know that. Did Keldrin? We didn't.
No, he had no.
Okay.
He pulled the Threntra, but had no idea that he was
No,
anything
no,
about
we-
a Salian.
We were completely unaware of that. Oh, he never. We both were from Salia, as far as we knew.
So the first to reach me knows very little about all the things that he will need to do. He brings his dead companions along with him.
Just holding them.
Suppose they've waited this long. Perhaps there is something to these visions and dreams of your companions and your finding your way to Ro. Well, so what is it you propose to do from here? You are clearly not strong enough to do what I need you to do.
Well, my wish would be to get my friends back and follow the tasks that they're pulled to and see if those can help unlock the puzzle of stopping the darkness that's coming. Do you know who's causing it?
I do not know who is causing it. I do know it is a power beyond even our grasp.
Could it be those Titan spawn that? That was you were called not Titan spawn. Shit, I'm again. Star or what are they called?
Scion.
Scion. Damn it! Not, what did you call them, Keldrin?
What did I call them?
You call them Star Spawn.
Star Spawn.
Star spawn. That yeah. Could it be this star spawn? Is that something you've heard of?
Well, if the Star Spawn are involved, which has been my belief for a while now, then it would herald something more ominous for this world. The Star Spawn do not know of the Star Spawn.
Keldrin read about them. I had never heard of them before, and he told us over dinner.
Of course. Well, they will. When they arrive upon worlds, they herald terrible beings beyond even our reach. Your kind has labeled these beings as elder evils. It's been my presumption that if the Starspawn are involved, then there is some elder evil out there that is trying to make its way to our world. And I do not know what this elder evil comprises, but if this elder evil does arrive here, then yes, its darkness will be worse than anything that you may believe I have imbued upon the world.
So we gather the gang. We get you, and we get Talos and the good gods, and we fight it.
You clearly do not know how we work. And also, it would be quite irrelevant if an elder evil has been loosed upon our universe, multiverse, one of the verses, I'm not sure. I don't know what D&D calls it at this point. But I do believe there is a way.
Good to hear.
Which is why you must return when you are ready.
Wish I was already ready, but otherwise, I don't know what I'll do if I don't have these guys to help track down the other leads, other information we have.
You really believe you need these mortals to help you?
Absolutely.
Doesn't sound like their aims are yours, though.
There's some conflicting find her, don't find her messaging in the divisions. But so focus is on stopping this. I think theirs is too. Let me know if I need a roll for lying.
Yeah, you could try to bluff if you want to.
I don't know that I'm fully convinced that Elenius is. He seems really focused on the vanishing sometimes.
Sometimes.
All the time.
Dude, coming darkness. Don't need the.
Well, then, suppose if this what you feel like you need, then we can suppose we can make that happen. Maybe they just need a little push in your direction. You don't feel like, as it's hanging there in the darkness for a second, you don't feel like real good about the way she said that.
I don't know. I didn't.
But you don't need to make an insight check in the darkness. But yeah, you don't feel real good about the way she said that.
You're gonna bring him back evil? I don't say that, but that's what I'm thinking. Gonna bring him back more evil, and also I'm not
evil.
I'm thinking I'm not. Yeah, I'm not evil. I'm not like you, but I'll do what has to be done. That's what I'm thinking. If she's reading thoughts.
She does not say anything.
What do you mean by that?
Well, just a
More like
little
me.
motivation. Since you claim that they are necessary for your task, maybe we can help drive them as you've been pulled here.
It's like a compulsion, a contract.
Contract. They enjoy contracts. They're so interesting. But we can call it a contract if that helps you.
I can do a contract. What's the deal?
Oh, it's just that, well, you clearly are already on the correct path. This will help motivate your companions. It will give your companions a singular focus. And if they choose not to follow the the contract, then, well, I mean, they've already been dead once, right?
What's the singular focus?
Obviously, to assist you.
Don't like that. That sounds evil, evilish. And assist me is
Alan, in becoming who you are supposed to be. As I said, you have made it this far. No one has made it this far before, and you are not the first to have those dreams, visions, whatever you want to call them. There are lots of people over the. How long has it been? Centuries that have received this call, and you are the first. Which means, despite your lack of strength at the moment, just might mean that you just need a little time. Though we don't have a lot of it, we have enough to allow you to return and whatever it is you need to do to become more who you should be.
like that. Um, okay, I think that's a deal I can take. They'll take. They have to. Or not, I guess. But they get to decide, or do I side for them?
I don't think free will has been removed quite from this world yet. I think it'll be up to them to ultimately decide. And if they don't return, then, well, they weren't necessary for the task anyway.
Okay. And I won't know exactly what the task is until I'm ready.
Have you not seen it? Do you just not remember?
No, I'm thinking back to my dreams. Do I need to make that to be a goal? See if I can remember.
I'll let you read for a second.
All kinds of awfulness and darkness, like, oh man.
Yes, you do seem to stumble around in the darkness a lot. That might be something we can remedy as well. I don't understand why your kind was created the way they are without, but anyway, we might be able to at least remedy that.
I don't know. Am I like in terms of the task? stopping the darkness, right? The blank, whatever. But becoming evil and stopping it, is that what I'm supposed to do?
Oh, evil is such a relative term. Would we have good without evil?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you would have good still. I'm trying
Many claim that darkness was not evil until Saloon put her stamp on the world.
trying to do what's right for the world. Make it a place that's good and fair and just.
Fair and just. Again, relative terms. According to who? But we don't have time for philosophical discussions. I will only say that when you are ready, seek Zarasindrek.
Could you spell that, please?
Zarasindrek. V-A-R Zarasindrek. Magically appears in the chat box beside you.
Thanks. That's so helpful.
And I will only say, if you have not figured out what you are to seek in Zarasindrek, then maybe you are not the right one for the task. So I hope that you can figure it out before you return.
Here. I'm supposed to come back here before I go to Zarasindrek? Is here Zarasindrek?
You don't get a response.
I could follow these things. I feel a little bit like an idiot, which is how she probably wanted me to feel. But I think she's an idiot.
So, if Stavud wanted to leave this place and go somewhere, where would he go? This is not her talking. This is me asking you.
Yeah. If I could, from where I am right now with all these dead people in my arms, I would probably go to some like one of the good gods temples, where I don't know. Where would Linnaeus take us? Where would Linnaeus like that? Who are your three?
Hmm?
Didn't you have like three that?
Yeah, Sloon, Helm, and Chantia.
Yeah, those three. I'd go to one of those, whichever one. That would be my first choice. My other choice would be just back in the back, right up at the floating urn. It would be the two places I would feel most. I wanted to get out of here.
So when she says the last thing she said about, the Rasindrek and, hope you discover what and where. And then you asked that last question about like, so I'm supposed to like find whatever. You kind of you blink in the darkness, and you appear. Just in general, uh, you're like in a field, and there's lights off in the distance. And it's clearly like early morning, like you can see the sun is soon gonna rise. And you're in a field, and you can tell like you're somewhere in King City, or you're somewhere on the edges of King City. You don't quite know where because you're not that familiar with the outskirts of the city. But based on its size and the way it's the landscape and everything, you can tell that you're in King City. And so yeah, you've kind of sat up in this field. And as you sit up and you look around, you actually see that there are some others with you. And this is the point where I actually don't know what's happening. So I'm going to turn it over to the other three to describe whatever it is they're going to describe. Because everybody wakes up at this point.
All right. I mean, it's Elenius. Elenius sits up and is like, how did we get out here? He like shields his eyes. The last thing I remember, there was a stone statue bearing down on me, and then nothing. With pain and then nothing.
The responders are waiting to see who else we got here.
So as you blink away, the sunlight, the sudden change from darkness to morning light, there is a drow sitting there with you.
A real drow or a half drow?
A real drow.
I need to make sure.
Uh-huh.
It's like a kind of an upgrade, but then it's a drow, so who knows?
I mean, it's a different model. But
and he looks very confused. And he's like also, blinking in the sunlight and where
sorry, it is the sun has not quite crested the horizon yet. So it's that pre-dawn like grayness about to be light.
It's very bright.
It's still bright for you, yes, but it's not like scalding bright yet.
But it is really bright. And so he's kind of like looking around at the grass and down at the ground. How did I? And then looks up and wait, wait a minute. Stavud. Elenius?
yeah.
Chair. I don't. Who? Wait.
So Katera is here. We got a Kenku.
Who are you?
Kater is here.
Okay.
I don't know if there's any physical changes to Kater, and when we get there, we'll get there. But it is Kater is here.
Okay. So Stavud's first reaction would be to like go up and like hug Elenius, which is we've never hugged before, right? And like, oh my, yeah, I'd lost you. I'm glad you're back. And then kind of the same thing to Kater. And then kind of then I'll look at and sorry, what did you say, Josh?
What did I say? I don't know what I was saying. I mean,
You said you were saying our names like stop.
yeah, and then I was
Yeah.
kind of like, but I don't know you. I've never seen you, but And he kind of like starts holding his head. What is
Who are
this?
you? Where's Keldrin?
Keldrin. Keldrin. And the dreams. And what is this? What is this place far above the sea? What was going on?
Above the sea.
You talking about Asalia?
A city floating above the sea?
That's Cloudforth.
Wait,
You've seen Keldrin?
I'm not Keldrin. Why do I? We all went in a floating urn and went to the basement and into the Everdark. Well, I was in the Everdark.
You went with us.
No. Yes? Keldrin did.
You have Keldrin's memories?
It's a lot to understand. Strange dreams and
You see
coming
the
through a portal to
you,
King City.
you see the floating ship.
Yes. And the what are those creatures?
Lizard folk. I don't know. Do we know what are their names specifically? That's bad with names in general.
Oh, the plant monsters?
No, not the plant
Also
monsters.
those-
Oh yeah, those two. Yeah.
The plant monsters were the Artuks, and the
Artux.
lizard folk were the Caesareans.
Yeah.
Which, as you look around, you do not see Malignant.
Oh no.
Wait, there was one of them with us, with you.
Ooh, I forgot to plead for Malignant.
So we lost Malignant, and we lost Keldrin, but Keldrin's memories seem to be in him. Who are you?
My name is Selenith.
Selenith?
Selenith Teltakir. I want Alenius Maxwell, Stavud Diem. Tear. You were following some
Can you put your name?
Stavud had into the Everdark?
That's right. Do you feel a pull toward from anywhere Keldrin's pole was? It was across. It was to Thrintra, right?
That's where. Yes.
To Thrintra.
He felt like he needed to go to Thrintra.
Yeah. Do you feel that?
Don't think so. No.
But you remember
I remember that he felt like he needed to go there.
Do you remember Star Spawn and what you read in the book?
Book
You read
from the library and that elf, Sariel. The star spawn and the cults who try to bring them to this plane where they'll cause immeasurable damage.
What about your life? Do you remember? What do you remember last from your life?
I was in the Everdark trying to get back to my grove. I thought I could make it back from the Everdark through the Underdark and get back to Tinthul, where my grove is, and get there through the Underdark. But then it was strange down there. There was nothing alive. It was dark, darker than normal. And then I didn't wake up, and there was a monstrous shadow creature and pain.
The shadow creature.
Yes.
What did it look like?
I only remember a massive shadow. That's it. And pain everywhere. And then I was here.
What is your feelings on Wolf?
Well, many of my people give her reverence and follow her ways. Not all.
Do you?
No. Not particularly. I understand the followers and why they see things that way, but we are not of the same mind.
I see. You've not met Drow before.
Not many of us come up here.
No. Isn't the brightness of the light difficult to endure?
It can be. But I
I
spend
wonder,
most of my time under the trees, where it's not so direct.
wonder if this is what she meant when she said, help me with stumbling around in the darkness.
You often stumble around in the dark. You did seem to have you were having trouble finding your way in the Everdark
Yes.
without a torch or a strange box with a flame inside.
Yes, yes.
Which you realize you still have on you.
Nice.
Oh, I think you had it right. It wasn't.
I think Stavud had it last.
Well, you had
Said
it.
it like said it near him, right?
Yeah,
I,
regardless of
I
that,
did use it because at the end that was my way of
A way
seeing
to
around.
find your way to the.
How big is this box though?
it's a little bigger than like hand size, so
Okay.
it requires two hands to hold.
Okay.
But it's not giant. It's just like
Yeah, that was set on top of the people.
it's like box size.
All right. Do you have the stuff on you that you were wearing, or is this?
Yes. They do. You'll probably see a picture of him at some point, but he's wearing like some dark studded leather armor. He's got a staff that looks like it's sort of, piece of a branch of a tree, like it kind of splits at the top, sort of gnarled up there. He's got a, small pouch on his right hip. Kind of hey, there he is. He looks like that guy.
There it is. Crushing buildings with every step.
Yep. Yeah, he's also 80 feet tall.
That's what we need.
That's what you didn't know about drow. They're actually huge.
It's just pictured with other huge things, so they seem normal size.
The spiders down there are bigger than you would imagine.
They are big spiders. That's true. Now, so as you're having this conversation, the thing that strikes all of you though is that, and you kind of have that wake up like adrenaline, like you've woken up from like an alarm clock, so you wake up and you have that adrenaline. But as that's kind of worn off, you realize that you're all quite exhausted. Staring at them.
Yeah.
You know.
Still learning.
I was curious about that.
Yeah. No. R is correct.
You all realize that you have like you're exhausted. And so make a note that if your name is not Stavud, you have 2 levels of exhaustion.
Oof.
If your name is Stavud, you have 1 level of exhaustion. So, for those not familiar with the exhaustion rules, which I do kind of like the new 2024 rules. So it's kind of the same as if you get to 6 levels of exhaustion, you die. So that's not good.
Don't do that.
When you make any kind of D20 test, your roll is reduced by 2 times your exhaustion level. So right now y'all are -4.
Oh, instead of disadvantage on ability checks?
Yeah, it's just like it's a minus. Your speed is reduced by your number of feet equal to 5 times your exhaustion level. So right now y'all are moving at -10 feet, and Stav is moving at -5 feet. And finishing a long rest does remove a normal level of exhaustion.
A normal level of exhaustion is very specific phrasing.
I'm just reading what the book says. But you also feel like you've gained a level, whatever that feels like when you've woken up. So you're in that, yeah, the 5th level life right now.
The straight level of life.
Feels like I could swing the sword faster. It feels like.
Where was that energy a minute ago?
I know. I feel like maybe swing it fast enough to only have half my party die. Not. No, I think we were well outmatched.
Yeah, that's where you are. Is you're somewhere on the outskirts of King City.
Does it feel like? Yes. No. I mean, we went down after sunrise, right?
Y'all went down like 9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, so this is at least the next day, right?
Right. So yeah, this is more like the sun is rising to the west.
I think we got a job today. We're supposed to help what's her name, move.
What's her name?
I'm looking at my notes.
Her name was.
He had a name.
Again with an S.
Write it down, I guess.
No.
Celera.
So yeah, we have to go help Celera move.
Yes, you were going to escort her to another town.
Millennius, do you still feel the pull toward the desert?
Do I?
You do.
Oh, good. I do.
It is. You do feel it. It's. You feel like it is. It's almost hazy right now, but you still feel it.
Do you feel anything else?
Tired.
Yeah. What about like any other compulsion or obligation?
What do you mean? Should I?
She said something like you would feel
Who's she?
Shar, I think. Um,
What?
yeah.
What did you do, Stavud?
So after you died, and you all did die, I carried you through the portal and talked to in complete darkness. I talked to her.
And you entered Shar's darkness?
Yeah, I think so.
The darkness or the loss? So you suffered the loss and then had to face the darkness alone. It's no enviable task. So you spoke with a god.
I think so. She wouldn't talk to me straight when I asked, but it seems so.
You wouldn't.
And yeah, she seemed, I don't know, disappointed at my weakness and inconsequence, and kept saying how whatever weak and useless I was and we were, but then I shared with her our story and your visions and things like that. And
Shared my visions with Shar.
yeah.
Shar knows my mind.
No, well, no, just what you've told me, I guess. But I shared the story of the lightning bolts, and she seemed to be most interested by that, actually. That Talos might
I
be.
bet that she was.
And I told her I needed you back, and she said that, well, whatever. That
So I've been brought back by Shar's will.
yeah. But she mentioned that you might need a nudge to, I guess, aid me in doing her bidding. So
The brightest light casts the darkest shadows. So we've been raised by the darkness. This will have strings. This will have a consequence. But I appreciate you bringing this back to life or summoning.
Well, I owe you an apology for taking down there. That was a fool's errand. It's
No apology. This is what we've all been tasked with. And as I said, Shantia may cause the harvest of strange foods. And that seems to be where we are.
But you don't feel any sort of.
No, but I will be vigilant moving forward. If I have any strange compulsions, I do not favor doing Shar's bidding. But
I don't either. Don't get me wrong.
if we must travel through the darkness to find life and light, although Shar plays no small role in the vanishing or the Oblivion. So this should be complex moving forward.
She does at least hate the coming darkness.
Does she? Does she fear the coming darkness?
Would that be? Maybe. She seemed uncomfortable by it. She didn't completely know what its origin was.
I doubt that darkness could combat darkness as well as life or light could combat darkness.
I'm sure she wouldn't have admitted that. You might be right.
I'm sure that she wouldn't admit to many things, let alone your strength.
And you are probably sure Stavud, that when she mentions darkness, it's not dark. Like normal darkness, even magical darkness, like, you know,
That's yeah.
that doesn't bother Shar. So when she's talking about darkness, it's clearly something else.
And that's yeah, it kind of made it weird to communicate with her, but like I assumed that when we talked about darkness, that's what we meant was the other darkness. I didn't feel like I had to always specify like there's a darkness she doesn't like. Well, she also told me to come back when I was strong enough or I guess seek Zarasindrek. Oh, also, she told me I'm from Thrintra. I'm Thrintran, not Salian. And so was Keldrin.
Did not seem to be aware of that, however.
No, I wasn't either. So she stated it as fact.
She said that you need to seek Zarasindrek?
Yeah. Do you know where that is?
Yes. It's in the Underdark. Did she say why? Zarasindrek in particular?
She said I would know what I was looking for, or I should know what I was looking for by the time it mattered. But no, is that about what she said, Johnny?
She said you already should know.
I already should know. I already should know. She said I should know what I'm looking for.
In Zarasindrek.
I gotta give some more thorough reading. I mean, unless she means Elodie. Elodie Everstrong? Is that what her name was? Elodie?
The woman you were seeking.
Yeah. You don't think that's what she means, does she? I thought she was supposed to be in Faral.
I would be surprised if she was in Zarasindrek, but I suppose it's possible.
Or wait, we had let's see. So hold on, I did see when we did a commune with the god of which god was that?
Saloon.
Saloon. There's some things we got out of that, right? We learned that Eldrin and I are not from here. And now we know the answer to that. We know Keldrin was supposed to go to Strentra. I should go to seek Elodie, but that we also were told that we should seek the woman from our shared dream in the Underdark. Is that my remembering that my notes correctly recall these things from our commune?
Sorry, what was the last thing you said?
We should seek the woman from our shared dream in the Underdark.
It wasn't the Underdark. Just said you should seek them.
I made a bad note then.
And it may have been you should seek them in Faral, and if not, y'all figured out that it was Faral. That's what led you to Faral.
Okay.
I don't remember the exact wording. It was not the Underdark.
Okay.
Again, if anybody wants to go back and watch 10 episodes ago, appreciate it.
you guys really feel, I mean, tired, right? But you really feel okay?
Tired, but okay. Yes.
We got to figure out what day it is. I don't know if we missed our job or if we're just the next day.
Finding out what day it is. It's a great idea.
You guys good to walk toward town? The city?
I believe so.
Yes.
Do we get unlost as we come toward the city? Do we recognize where we woke up?
Yeah, you figure it out. Let me get rid of the giant staring at. Yeah, so you're up here, just kind of like the north part, like near Jack's Rise. So as you start, progressing down, Olynius has been in this part of the city. He recognizes a few of the spots, and so after a little bit of time, you acclimate yourself to where you are.
Excuse me. Can you share what day today is? Say to some.
Um,
And then
So yeah, eventually you find some shops that are opening as like the light begins to appear over the city. As you kind of straggle in, people look at you a little warily, but you do find out that it is actually the date of. It is the 25th, as they tell you. And you've kind of gotten used to the calendars of this world or this land or whatever it is, and you realize it's 4 days after you went into the Underdark.
Oh no.
So you went in on the 21st in that morning, and
4 days.
they're
4 days. I mean, I'm exhausted, but my head tells me it was mere hours ago.
There is something strange going on in this part of the Everdark.
What do you mean?
Well, it's a region of the Underdark, and there are many regions of the Underdark, and they tend to share similar features. But this part of the Everdark below this city, it's desolate.
What do you mean desolate?
Like there are many things that live in the Underdark. Plants, animals. There's none of that here. And it's far darker than most other places in the Underdark. Unusual.
That's interesting. The vanishing does not affect this place.
Right. And there's some power protecting this land.
There is, and it emanates from the Underdark. So it may be that whatever is protecting this place is also preventing things from living underneath it. But the floating urn is one of the ways to reach that source of power. The floating urn that you saw visions of.
And they're the proprietors of that place are holding things back.
Yes.
But those things must be coming from somewhere else.
The other thing we noticed was that even the scrapes we put on the ground disappeared within, was it a couple days? A few days?
Mhm.
That's also not normal.
And the spiders we saw near the top were
The second time.
completely gone, including their webs.
In the Underdark may be a strange environs to surface dwellers, but it doesn't typically erase all signs of what has passed through it or happened to it. Behaves very much like the land up here. Just looks different.
Have you spent much time on the surface?
I have been up here for quite some time now, yes.
Are you familiar with parole?
Yes, I've ventured over quite a bit of this land in my time up here.
When did you die?
I didn't die.
Oh,
I went
sorry.
to sleep and didn't wake up
Oh,
until now.
when did you go to sleep?
I'm not sure.
Like, you don't remember the date?
Do I remember what date I went down there?
No, because I don't either.
Okay, got it.
Sometime in the past. It's recent past, but it's
No,
it wasn't yesterday.
it was not yesterday, but my recent memory is dominated by that shadow. I don't really remember. I journeyed many miles before I didn't wake up.
Speaking of being awake, is Kater able to? Is there anything we want to say about Kater? As you look, act any way differently? If you can chime in.
Yeah, I should be able to. No, Robin's looking at me, so I got a minute. Kater does look a little different. Not dramatically, but the spirit had drained him, and he looked drained. Now he obviously, like everybody else, he looks exhausted, but you notice he looks less less big, not height wise. Like before, like he was for a Kenku, like strong, like still wiry, but like he looks thinned out. And other than exhausted, like he seems okay, but he seems to have lost some of his mass after whatever happened.
That wraith attack was serious.
Yeah, it drained strength right out of him.
So when I'm asking, yeah, if you guys are all right, I probably would ask, like, are you sure you're right, Kater? You feel okay? I mean, other than
Feel
being
okay, he says back in your own voice.
and
I'm still here.
I mean,
Kater lifts the baby onto his shoulder.
You hear him grunt and cry like a baby.
Hmm.
he seemed drained.
And he looks down and feels his own arms and nods. Feel drained.
What happened to you?
I mean, honestly, I don't know.
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, you asked what happened to him. Sufjan saying, honestly, I don't know what happened to him. That's a good Johnny question.
The changed Kenku.
Yeah, he's a changed Kenku.
He's been
He got slammed into the ground by a statue, and you dragged his corpse into the darkness. And then when you wake up, he looks like this.
Yeah.
That's.
And
I mean,
thinned
as
out.
far as he knows, that's what happened as well.
Yep.
Just like as far as Linnaeus knows, he got slammed into the floor into a puddle of goo, and
but generally came back fully himself, and then
Yeah.
Interesting.
maybe the wraith really did sap. You just didn't notice. I mean, it sapped Keldrin, and then Keldrin didn't never make it.
Keldrin didn't even make it.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So clearly, the wraith attack is probably what actually did it. The wraith crow,
Can you imagine how weak Keldrin would have been if he came back?
Hmm.
Dude would have had like -3 on his strength rolls.
Yeah, that would have been really bad. Like he wouldn't even be able to stand.
He'd be saying, "Help, carry me."
And then Kater, do you still feel pulled toward the water down the river?
I assume so.
Same thing as Linnaeus. You feel it, but it feels kind of through a haze. It's
Got it.
there, but it's very
He
hazy
sneezes.
feeling. Stavud, your pull is as strong as ever. It hadn't gone away.
Oh, really?
Nope.
Yeah.
Yep.
Come on. I thought we cured it.
Nope. Yours is.
Oh man, that's rough. Ignore that pull, I guess.
So what's our as we're walking through the city? What's our plan for the day?
I think we should go check in on first to see if that woman we were supposed to help ever got out of town.
Uh-huh.
And then, yeah, if that's not available, maybe we can still pick up one of those other
A different job.
jobs that can maybe get us a little bit of money and maybe a group to travel with or something and get out of town.
That sounds like a good idea.
I think the plan was at least last to go down the river and then work our way over into the desert, seeing what you guys were after. I hope it's not as horrible as what I was. But Kater's, your dream doesn't sound all that great either, so I don't really want to see that in real life. Or yours, Linnaeus, I guess. They're all pretty bad. But yeah. To the, I don't know, wasn't it like in the like shipping area that we've got like some tasks?
If we have time, I would like to pay a visit to Jabal, if possible.
Who?
Jabal?
That's not a name, you know.
Okay. Who's Jabal?
He's an acquaintance I made at the Star Soul Inn on
Oh,
the
you know.
east side of east side of town. Is that the east side? Wait, there's a little
Mhm.
compass on here. Yeah.
Wait, is this? Are you talking from Keldrin's memory, or are these your own?
No, this I knew Jabal.
So you know King City. You've been
Yes.
here.
I have been here. Yes.
Uh, sure. Who is he? What it? Just a friend?
We had a shared interest, and he had a wonderful device at the top that we took to the top of Star Soul Hill to look at the stars. And I've been keeping up with something, and I'm curious if he's seen it in the time that I've been gone.
Do you remember looking at the stars on the tower? Is
Which tower?
Keldrin?
Oh, wait. Yes, with the elf.
Yeah.
But Calder didn't see anything.
No. What have you seen in the stars?
There was this one. I'm not actually sure if it's a star or something else that's been streaking across the sky at night. Jabal said he had seen it for many nights. And I'd felt something odd in the night sky, but I couldn't put my finger on it until Jabal showed me with that instrument he has. Something is going on up there that I don't understand yet.
Yeah, man. Say we need to take it easy best we can, anyways. I'd like to check in with that woman though, and at least apologize, and I guess fulfill our part of the deal if we can, maybe tomorrow. Would you mind if we swing there first and then go
Not at
visit your
all.
friend?
She was over that way, I seem to remember. Or Keldrin seems to remember.
Yeah, so you're coming in from the Jack's Rise, like North Jack's Rise. The Star Soul Inn. You actually see the Star Soul Hill over here. So Saraneth could tell you it was in this area. Solera was located further west. He was. Well, the notice you found up in like Eurosa's heart. She lives in Lower Thrym, so she's more closer to kind of the center of the old city. So you're more than welcome to go there and then come back out. Just giving you some idea of where you are and where things are going to be located.
Well, yeah. Actually, on second thought, maybe it is just easier to visit your friend while I'm on this side of town. I didn't realize we were so close.
As long as we have time.
I mean, we're 4 days late. What's a
We're so late. If she's here still, I'd be shocked.
I would hope she'd found somebody else to do the job, but at least want to check. But yeah, it's 4.5 days late.
We're gonna head down the Star Soul Inn.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, you make your way down through Jack's Rise into Elrin Yard, and by this point, the day is starting to the work has started throughout the city. So starting to become more busy. And you pass through, and people are doing their usual, trying to sell you things. As you pass by, Elrin Yard is probably the largest ward in the city as far as what it encompasses. So it's very populated part of the city here. And it's early enough where the streets aren't like packed, but there are certainly plenty of people. So it takes you a little time to navigate your way through. Eventually you can see, and I don't know if at any point y'all had like made it this far east. I know Elenius had gone up to Jack's Rise. Y'all had gone to Kranich. So maybe y'all could have seen Star Soul Hill. But Star Soul Hill is it's probably the highest point, or it is the highest point not in the old city. So it does rise, and it as you approach the inn, you can see the hill. You can see people like going up it. People on top. You get the impression that it's kind of a place where people like to go and have a picnic or enjoy the view. It's very scenic. And Serenith, when you had gone up there with Jabal, you kind of had that. Now, granted, it was in the night, but you saw that same impression, where like couples may go up there for like a date, So it's that kind of scene. It is very well taken care of, especially for this part of the city. The grass is nice and manicured. It's nice and lush and green. So it has a nice aesthetic appeal to it. And the inn itself sits just kind of at the base of the hill on the one side, sort of where it diamonds out, right there. And so it's a nice building as you approach it. And Sarah, this is where you had met Jabal before, was at the inn where he had been talking. So I'm assuming that's where you were headed first, was to the inn.
Go
Okay.
in and see if he's up and around in there somewhere.
Yeah, so by the time you get here, it's still like the early morning hours. People are moving about. You don't see Jabal anywhere, like down in the main area.
Is there like a innkeeper?
Yeah, and he, there's somebody there, and not sure if I gave him a name, but we'll go with that.
I don't need a name.
You don't need a name. Yeah. Somebody's name. Yeah, but yeah, there's an individual there, and yeah. Well, can we help you this morning?
Yes, excuse me. I was hoping to find my friend Jabal. I understand if he's here, he may not be awake yet, but do you know if he stayed here last night?
Well, it's not generally in our interest to disclose people that are staying at the inn.
I understand. He is a friend of mine who I haven't seen for some time, and I seem to have lost some days, and I'm relying on him to fill me in.
Uh, well,
I mean,
again, we generally don't keep a running tab of our clientele. Maybe you return later today when people are out and about. Maybe you'll find your friend at that point.
Could I?
Kater will butt in and put a gold coin on the, or like a bar.
Well,
Or something. What's up? But he has something to say. So he'll put a gold coin out, and with a smile, he'll say, "Tell me what I want to know, or else." And the smile's real big. He's just handing out the coin.
he sees the gold and like his eyes raise, but then when you say that, he seems taken aback. It is well, this is not the business of the Star Soul Inn to reveal such things. You understand.
He shrugs and nods and puts the coin away.
Could I leave a message for him in case he does come by before I see him again?
Sure. Yes. Of course.
So just write down a, Jabal, like, sorry I've been away for a number of days, and then turn toward Elenius and Stavud. Where will we be? Where do you we stay at the? Oh, yes. You can likely find me at, and that is we were staying in, which Caldron remembers.
We switched ends, right?
The
Didn't we?
Glorious Dawn was the one y'all just started staying at. Unless you wanted to still stay at the Golden Spider.
No, I think not staying at the Golden Spider is a great idea for a lot of reasons.
Would you plan to go back to the Glorious Dawn if we are staying here one more night?
I mean, fine with me. Keldron always was the one who felt strongest about these things.
He did, didn't he?
Do you?
You can likely find me at the whatever that one was that I already forgot.
Glorious Dawn.
Whatever. Glorious Dawn. And then sign it. If you wouldn't mind seeing that he gets this. If he comes in before this evening, I would appreciate it.
Sure, of course. You called him Jabal. Is there a description? Because as I say, we don't really like take names. We don't have a. Can you describe your friend?
Yes. Jabal Makel first. He's a gnome gentleman, very excitable. I'll describe his physical appearance.
I'll roll a die. See how well I roll this.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good. Everybody make an insight check.
Ooh. Dice here.
I designate Mike for mine.
You said that begrudgingly.
I decide who.
Insight.
We're at minuses to this. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Oh, that's true. You are. It's a
Oh,
D20
man.
roll. You're either -4 or -2.
All right, so I'm at a 20, not a 24.
Good roll.
Yeah.
We roll for Kater. I want to see what Kater rolls at -4. This would be great.
I mean, it's -3. I
You
got
said-
+1 wisdom.
Yeah,
Whoa.
20.
That roll.
Yeah.
Damn right.
There you go.
Thanks, Mike.
You're
I
welcome.
knew I knew who I wanted to
What's your
roll.
insight modifier?
+1, so -3 total.
All right, 17 it is.
All right.
I got you. Don't
So-
ask me again.
So I don't waste up all your 20s.
No, because it's never going to happen again, and I don't want to. I set the bar too high, and now I don't want to do it again.
So Olenius and Kater, as Serenith is describing Jabal, you see that he's at first just listening, like, okay, you're describing somebody, I'm gonna try to remember who it is, you know, kind of run of the mill stuff. And as the description keeps going, you see his demeanor start to he kind of slows down, his head nodding, and then you notice that he looks like straight at Sereneth as he's talking. And Sereneth doesn't know Sereneth is describing, so he didn't notice, but he looks at Sereneth, and you can almost see the color start to drain from his face a little bit. And he just, after a moment, he nods his head again, like, and Serenith, you haven't even like finished the description. You're like almost there, so you're kind of doing that like, and so like if you could find, and he like just interrupt, he kind of finishes. Oh right, yes. So yes, the gnome with the blue shirt and the trail. Yeah, very excited.
Yes.
Yes,
that's him.
I will certainly give him the message. Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate it very much.
In Stavud, Elenius, and Sereneth's minds, they hear, "Ooh, his lies are on his collar."
So
Then you can respond. You
when we hear this, do we who's
Collar.
voice?
Yeah, well, it's like a little
think back
boy's
at him.
voice. It's like a little boy's voice, but it's not something a little boy would ever necessarily have said that you can think of. But it's a random comment, so you can only, I mean, you might be able to assume it's Kater.
The little boy's voice saying, yeah.
Yeah,
I
his
think back, you saw
lies.
the color drain from his face.
Yes, we did.
Is this all in our heads or just
That's in all three of your heads because we now have +3 to our proficiency bonus.
Mm.
Ooh.
perfect timing?
Yep.
Who are we
Thanks, John.
talking to?
And he makes this, like, you hear the sound of metal flying through the air.
Oh, Kater. Calvin didn't know you could do that.
Yes.
You couldn't before. You're saying he's lying.
Yeah, lies. Yes, he has lies.
More than that, he fears this person.
I don't understand why he would fear Jabal. He seemed
He-
harmless to me.
Fears knowledge of a Jabal?
How do you know this person?
Oh, I met him here, and we got to talking about our interest in the heavens, the constellations.
So no, this is conversation out loud, right?
Did we step away or something? That's,
Oh, I don't. Yeah, how long do we?
Well,
talking
because
our
I
heads to
imagine
each
y'all
other?
can talk back
Uh,
here.
it's going
Or
to be
can
at
y'all
least
talk-
an hour that. It's at least an hour you can talk with Kater in.
Just Kater.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, it is just Kater. Yeah.
So
Okay.
probably not talking
Sorry.
about this in front of.
Well,
That-
yeah, so I was trying to like, who? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Kater
I mean,
can
we
talk
can,
with
like,
each of
once
you,
that-
and each of you can talk with him.
So Kater's probably being like
Bombarded.
bombarded with 3 different conversations
all
at
over
one
the place.
time,
Uh-huh.
trying to like. Assuming this is the first time he's done this, like.
He's done it like once or twice before, but before he's always used other voices.
Oh, okay. All right.
Like he's still, used. Oh boy. I'll be back.
Okay. Yeah, Sereneth probably would have just started walking out like once he had handed over the note, not
Mhm.
realizing that anything was going on.
And then
yeah, this
the
can be like as
conversation's
we.
happening. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it can bleed into actual conversation as
Okay.
we're from.
Yeah, that's fine. I just make sure if it's anywhere but like in front of him, then that's fine. Like
Yeah.
y'all can.
No, I don't think we were going to talk about him lying in front of him.
But when he does take the note from you, like, Kater and Elenius especially notice, like he takes it and like you can almost you see like a bead of sweat kind of start to form at the edge of his temple, kind of trickle down a little bit. At this point, I'd say like Serenith and Stavud probably haven't really fully got all the messages yet, so you don't really notice that. But Elenius and Kater would notice like he seems a little nervous all of a sudden, like a little anxious about something as he takes the note, hand shaking a little bit. Like, right, yes. Jabal, Macro Force, right, got it, yeah. And he turns around and heads back to what he was doing.
As the others leave, then Elenius is going to hang back and put a hand on his shoulder and say, "Helm protects you."
The helm protects you too. Thank
He
you.
protects, and Saloon gives you wisdom. But are you safe?
Of course I'm safe. I'm. Why would I not be safe?
That's what I want to know. Why aren't you safe?
What do you mean? What?
We just met this person, so like, what is the meaning of this friend of his?
I don't follow.
I think that you do.
I
I can't help you if I don't know what trouble you're in.
I'm not in trouble.
That's not what somebody who's not in trouble sounds like.
This is all just a little off-putting first thing in the morning.
Would you rather it have happened at night?
Well, at night I can just blame it on too much alcohol by my patrons. I mean, we don't get the rowdy crowds they do, say, over in Krennic, but
What could you blame on the too much alcohol of your patrons?
well, I'm just saying that like it's early and what?
It's a strange harvest indeed.
Sure.
So what path do we walk?
He he leans in and he whispers to you, Elenius. Do you know that your friend? Like surely he would know what happened to Jabal.
Who is Jabal? Are we afraid of Jabal?
He doesn't say anything.
What happened?
He does look at Serena.
He whispers back, what happened to him?
He was murdered. Like murdered, like dead. Like,
When
like found him in his bed. Like his like blood pooled all out. It was so awful. Like I just can't get the vision out of my head. He just looked like he just bled out of his nose and his eyes and his ears. Just he was just lying. It was awful. And right. So now you guys come in here asking about Jabal.
who is this Jabal and why is he so pivotal in this moment? How is there any other? I know that's unpleasant is too small a word, but this trauma that you experienced, it may be able to do some good if you can give me more information. Was his body moved or desecrated? Because this is not the first time I've heard of someone being killed this way, even this week.
His eyes get big and he kind of steps back.
You may be pivotal in.
No. I'm not pivotal. I'm no. I own an inn, and that was an unfortunate thing that occurred. And no. It's bad for business, and
It's bad for business if it continues too, so it behooves you to help us solve this in whatever small way you can. I do not ask you to do anything except provide more detail if you have it. If you've told me everything that you know, then there's nothing else to be said. But if you know something else, it may help prevent somebody else from meeting this fate. And then that is the same as you saving their life.
make a persuasion roll.
It's not very persuasive.
Not bad though.
Well, it's -4, right?
It is -4.
I'm actually gonna take
Kind of bad.
there we go. Whoops.
Okay.
It's the same bonus, so it's a 14 instead.
Yep. Well, listen, just Jabal was like I didn't know that was his name. But he stayed here a few nights, and he came in one night all excitable about something he'd viewed up on the hill, and he riled up all the patrons in here. But I mean, it wasn't it was harmless. He was excited. I mean, no, there were other excitable people, and he and he took that and I mean he'd go back up on the hill, and he did that for, I mean, it must have been a couple days, and then he the one night, must have been, oh, 3 nights back maybe. Well, the next morning we found him. He hadn't come out of his room, and we were just doing regular. We were going to clean as we do here at the Star Soul Inn. We must keep this place, And he one of our maids found him. It was quite terrible, but it looked like his room had been turned over, kind of a mess. His wasn't much left on him besides his clothing, and I mean, he had some small personal effects, like I told the authorities this, but anyway, so they came and took his body away. The room's been, it's still closed right now. We're not letting anyone use that room. We're cleaning it thoroughly, but so yeah, I mean, that's really that's it. I don't have a. It's just that it was quite disturbing, and we don't we don't usually see that kind of thing. Well, I've never seen that kind of thing. And so I'm sorry for your friend. If Sereneth is in the room, he'll look kind of your way. I'm sorry for your friend.
What do you mean?
So I'm afraid that we're not going to be able to find him.
Why not?
And then he's been killed.
Killed?
He was killed where he slept.
Well, they got Drundle first, and now they got Jabble, and they're gonna come for Access. We have to get out of here. We have to get out of this.
He was killed in the same manner as Drundle, but no message was left. His room was turned over, but he had small personal effects still on him. It sounds as though it was meant to look like a robbery, but perhaps maybe it was not one. You know if he was found with coin? Or what he was seeing on the hill? Surely he told the bar patrons what was seen on the hill.
Did he have the Stargazer with him? A tube with lenses in the ends, like glass lenses.
No. They didn't find any metal tube. That is that the thing he was talking about? That he was viewing through it? Is that what he was saying?
Yes. We took it up to the top of Star Soul Hill and used that to look at the stars.
Oh, that's how he was doing it. Okay. Well, he kept talking about viewing the stars, and that's what was causing such a ruckus.
Yes, I was
No.
up there with him some nights ago. I'm not sure how many.
Oh. Well, unless the authorities did something with it. No, they didn't mention finding a stargazer. Nor coin, for that matter. Which I know he had, because he was a very, very good patron.
From what Drondo first had all of his stuff, right? In his coin and everything.
Yep. So as I said, I am sorry about your friend. If you want to go see him, I think they took him over to some address, and well, they may have buried him by now, or whatever they decided to do with him.
Thank you.
Yes.
Have a good day. Zarnath turns and starts walking out of the inn.
You too.
Sornath, was that? Did Eldrin come out there a little bit?
Felt him in there. It's like he took over for a moment. He was very disturbed by that news.
So he still exists inside your mind.
Seems like perhaps he does.
Find it disturbing that seems almost timed up with a night or two within the death that we encountered in a similar way. Rondo first felt like it was a message to us. What did it say on? And what it said on Rondo first?
I wrote it down. The arrival will claim us all.
So Rondo first didn't have any particular discovery or information, so it seemed like that was just a death killed person killed as a message to us. This friend of yours seems he figured something out. Somebody didn't want that
No.
information to get out.
Made someone nervous. I imagine that someone is also whoever took the Stargazer. So that no one else would be able to use it. So that they could use it.
Both of those can be true.
Neither is good.
What were you looking at?
It was the star or something streaking across the sky that he had seen several nights. And I
The
had,
single star?
yes, not sure it was a star. Something, some celestial body that I had sensed for some time, but not seen until
You sensed it. What do you mean?
I spend every night reading the stars, and I sensed that there was something off with them, but I could not see it, could not put my finger on it until I used the stargazer with Jabal.
Hmm.
Perhaps we should introduce you to, well, but to Sario.
That's
The elf. Yes, she seemed to know a lot about the stars.
Perhaps make her a target, though she seems a powerful enough woman to take care of herself.
any powerful person, when by themselves, is made weak by lack of another. There's strength in groups. Even the powerful are vulnerable without a group.
Trying to tell Shar. Do we have anything else to seek here, or should we head to CR? See if our appointment of 4 days ago has been claimed.
Yeah, let's learn that.
We travel across town to Lower Thrim.
Okay. And long story short, you do find out that Celera, in fact, left a couple days ago with
Good for her.
somebody else, clearly. Yeah.
All right. So, do you guys think we should look for another way out of town? I know we need to at least get one night's rest here.
Rest is a good idea. I'm wary.
It was that
Be wary.
delivery from the armorer. And then I want to say there was one other thing, but I can't remember what the other thing was. It was the one Keldrin wanted to steal all the wagon and horses.
Oh yeah. You're talking about the notices that had been up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
If it's not
So
too far, we'll swing by there and check out and see if the notices are still up or.
the one that involved the accompanying the riverboat down is gone. There is still the one from the dwarven smith Throtuck steel buckle to take blades to Liasdale.
Which was south of here, right? That's
South and southeast.
which is our general heading, and not too far from a river, the river.
Oh, there's lots
It's
of
like
rivers.
on the river,
Okay.
but not the one that we wanted to take ideally.
Yeah.
There was like, that's the one that goes south of the hills, and we'd have to go along the coast. But you can also, it looks like you can cut across
Got across. Yeah.
right above the mountains, the Eternal
Right.
Hills, and get to the other river.
My map. Do we think that might be the route to take? And did that one come with any mode of transportation, or was it just a payment upon delivery?
So, all right. So it would take 15 to 16 days pulling a wagon. So there would be horses involved. The total pay would be either 30 gold pieces upon delivery, plus you can keep the riding horses for the cost of the riding horse. Or leave the horses in a wagon in Liasdale and then receive the total of all that, which is 435 gold pieces upon delivery. Or deliver and then return the horses and the wagon to the Hammer and Anvil for 1,000 gold pieces upon delivery. So as you inquire, those are more of the details.
Legitimate way to get transportation, I guess.
And it's 1,000 gold bonus to return the stuff, but if we don't, then we're not out anything.
We could use the jingles here in your minds.
You guys feel like leaving town tomorrow is appropriate, or do we wait and see? Wait and see what a night's rest brings.
Leaving tomorrow is a night's rest.
Right. And then we could decide tomorrow, I guess, if we need another.
And let's plan on that. What is the location of that destination?
Liasdale?
Yeah, where is that?
Do
You have your map up?
do you have the map?
Where is
Let's see.
Yeah, that's
Eternal.
got it. I got it.
Yeah, it's
So
like
it's
right at the north end
essentially-
of the Eternal Hills.
Yeah. You're following the
Read further than that. We could drop it off and then keep going.
So you also, Linnaeus, had some sort of side quest to go to Endhaven. What, you were trying to deliver like a dead body there or something?
Yes.
Drondolfers.
Drondolford,
All right.
a dead body. Drondolford.
Sorry. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
Who I gentle reposed.
There's been a lot of death lately. It's
I know.
okay. It's understandable.
All too much. All
I
right.
need to re-gentle repose him here.
So We
Yeah,
got
he-
them.
he-
the plan was to take the wagon and the swords and go to Valenwood, sell all the swords and the wagon, and then ride the horses, keep the horses, and go down the other river. Have a bunch of money and free horses.
I don't think that was anybody's plan.
I think that was the whole plan.
Keldrin's coming out of Sarah. Good.
We were trying to do like, yeah, what both jobs. We were gonna like do that, sell the
Yeah, we're gonna string a few jobs together.
Yeah.
real enterprising and do the
Yeah, do
Yeah.
some hustling.
And Dronifers was from Caldern, which is
Oh, okay.
north. little
Which
north-
is near Endhaven.
Yeah.
right. Endhaven was the town that was racked by the storms.
Yeah,
As people.
and also the direction that I'm being drawn in.
No, that too.
You're
Yeah.
you're more deserty, right?
I mean, my vision's in the desert, but I don't know that I'm being drawn to the desert. I think I'm being drawn to the coast, unless I'm misremembering.
I mean,
All you know is you're being pulled like south and east.
Southeast.
Yeah.
In a general sense.
Yeah.
So Lindale is southeast.
Yep.
the way
And if it's as closer to Keldern.
Kateros was non-specific about the rivers and the water, right? But it was, I guess it was river, right? That was like, was his to a river?
Yeah, I think it was river based.
Because you liked the river. We were looking at those two rivers that go on either side of the Eternal Hills, and you liked that plan, didn't you?
I think we didn't like the idea of the
Yeah.
storms on the water and traveling along the coast was like the biggest reason.
Right.
Yeah, that's why we had talked about like cutting across that little strip of land and like following the northern,
northern
more
river.
northern river.
Yep.
And not have to go along the coast.
Yeah. Kater's pull was from down the river, but he's unsure if it's the river itself or leading all the way to the sea.
So it could be the river, or it could be Evanport, or something, some combination of the two.
Right. Or it could be the ocean. I mean, it could be all the way the river flowing into the ocean.
And it's the right way, at least for.
Yeah, let's go to Lindale then.
So we're going to take the Lysdale job to.
Yeah. I think so.
So when you go, so you see the notice. You go to the hammer and anvil, which coincidentally is what's marked on your armor, the H&A. They ask you like series of questions, but essentially they want to know like what is your which payment are you going to accept?
We plan to. Well, I guess is the idea to keep the horses, or are we going to try and? Can you cross that river with horses?
Are you asking?
I guess.
Oh yeah, there are bridges.
And I believe the plan would be to keep the horses and travel on further. Does that work with you guys? I don't know if a boat would be better, but Keldrin didn't like boats.
Sereneth ever been on a boat?
I mean,
Probably not.
Yeah, I was gonna say, unless she got on like a riverboat or something at one
I
point.
don't think so.
Yeah.
I've crossed some rivers, but
Mm-hmm.
so could we travel by not a road? Like I see some roads on here. Are there smaller roads? Like, I guess what I'm asking is Lyosdale, could we take the wagon to Keldern? Like, is that
Well, the wagon is to be delivered to Lysdale.
right? But if we kept the wagon and took it further, or
Oh, you just mean like in general, if like you just
if that's even like like
If you
Are
can get there from here.
are there small roads? Like I see the big road, like the major roads, right?
so the countryside and Serenith could actually tell you about this a little bit. The countryside, once you get like Lyosdale, you see the kind of the road ends there.
Mhm.
It's pretty rural, and there's not like a lot of. I mean, there are smaller farms and things throughout there, but until you get down to Jostrin down on the coast, um, there's a coast road, which I don't know if it made it onto the map. It may have got cut off. There's a coast road from like Avonport to Jostrin, you know, and
Yeah,
you can
it's on
follow
there.
that up. Okay. But past Lyosdale and across the river, like you're going to be traveling across just, um, you know, plain trees. It would be a little bit of a rough travel with a wagon.
yes, the Grimlish that's down there between the Dororan River and Lyosdale's would be you'd be hard pressed to get a wagon through there. Horses could traverse it, but
So we could leave the wagon and take the horses.
yes.
Frontals fit on reasonably well on horseback.
I mean, as long as we're not racing the horses, should be fine.
Do we have to decide? We won't be coming back. Can we decide once we get to Lyosdale whether we would like to leave the horses or take them there? Or does the payment come up front?
No, you'll be compensated when you arrive there. So, um, yeah, you can decide there what you want to do. As long as we know you're not planning to return here with them. That way we need to know ahead of time.
No, yeah, we did not plan to,
Well, then,
but we might. I don't say. I don't say out loud. We've changed a lot of plans.
as long as the 3 chests full of these blades make it to Lyosdale to this company there, then from there you will receive payment, and you can decide whether you want to receive payment in the horses or if you just want it all in coinage.
Very well. Faye will decide our choice when we reach that point.
We'll get the cases there safely.
Excellent. Then you'll be setting out in the morning.
We will.
Then we will have everything ready for you to go at first light.
Very well.
We have a job.
What was the name of the dwarf?
Name is Throw-Tuck Steelbuckle.
Steel buckle.
of the hammer and anvil.
Yep. Spell his name right. Buckle. There we go.
All right. What time of day are we looking at now? Are we?
You're well into the afternoon by now. From heading down, crossing the city. Found out Sawyer had left, talking to the hammer and on anvil. So
Should we get some rest and then maybe try and catch Sariel before it's too late tonight?
Sounds like a good idea. Remember that we have trouble waking in this realm, so we should account for that and our exhaustion when choosing to sleep.
Quick to bed after a stargaze.
Okay.
so what's the plan?
We're gonna stop over and just check in with Sariel, and at least get some introductions out of the way with our new friend, and he can share what he knows and see if that any information is helpful in what she's trying to figure out, or if she has any new thoughts, and also maybe let him take a peek at the skies and see if he's seen anything differently now. I guess all of us could, and see if anything's different.
Okay. So you're gonna head there at the same time you went the last time?
Yeah, if not a bit earlier, right? I don't know what time we.
I think it was dusk. When
It
we
was
went
always
before.
dusk. Yep.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
So hang around till dusk. So do you go to the?
I guess I might. I don't know. I'm curious about this box that we have, this magic light box. Can any of you guys study it more and figure it out?
When you see it, Theranuth, you're like, that's a Duergar made box. Like you recognize it instantly.
Well, that's Duergar handiwork. Very clear.
Well, did they just use these for lights? Is that it's like a lantern, a Duergar lantern?
You're not entirely sure.
I don't know exactly what they use them for.
Here, read this part.
So I'll read it in Undercommon.
I'm assuming, yeah. I'm assuming you can read Undercommon.
I can read Undercommon.
I'm a drow, they can't speak Undercommon.
Wait, who else could read? Who else spoke Undercommon? Which one of you two?
Caldron
Keldrin
and
and
Elenius.
I believe.
Elenius, you know Undercommon?
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Your accent's a little off, but so in
Yeah,
proper Undercommon, I will say.
The box top pops open. You see there's a light, a flame in there. And then you see the Undercommon word for close written on the inside.
I don't know exactly how they make these or why.
We found it in one of the rooms. Do you think it was of any significance, or is it just a simple tool?
I would assume that someone who had come there before either was Duergar or had dealings with the Duergar.
Does that flame look? Does that? I don't know. Does it look normal to us? Does it look like?
I mean, if you're asking, it looks like a lantern flame.
Okay. So it doesn't have any other. I just didn't know if the flame had any other purpose other than just being for light. It seems like a weird way to keep your light, but maybe that's just my bias of the way I've seen lanterns before.
And it seems really strange to use there, and it's because Duergar can have dark vision, so why would they need
A lamp.
a lamp?
I mean, they can see in the dark. Think as well as I can. So I don't know what need they would have for it.
So maybe it does have another purpose.
I doubt it's simply a lantern. They wouldn't need such things, and I don't know why they would go through the trouble of crafting this device and endowing it with some kind of magic.
Maybe we could check out was it Zelphod's? They could take a look, and
That's a good idea.
they didn't really like me there. Do you want to take it? I don't think you were there for that encounter. I think that was me and Keldrin.
What was the problem with it?
Well, it was they didn't like how we acquired the armor that we brought to them.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't remember what details we let them in on, but that we, effectively took it from a man that we defeated. Seemed to be not to their tastes. So they may not, I don't know.
We took it from a zealot of Talos. We took it
And
from
that may even be what upset them a little bit, that they didn't want to get into any sort of conflict because we were trying to sell
the avoidance of conflict in a conflict like that is only favoring the cultist.
I agree, but they seem to care more about their coin than their morals.
Interesting. I care that we've taken every trace of Talos off of that plate, and that you were for a more righteous cause. But I'll keep that in mind and see what they say about this. They may find it interesting. Why would a dwarf who can see in the dark need a lantern to light their way? The lantern must have some dual purpose.
You swinging up to Zelphod's for me?
Zelphod's was right near where we are, right?
Yeah, it's like two
Across
doors.
the street.
Yeah.
It's in Westgate. Yep.
Yeah. All right. So I'll go to Zelphod's by myself.
I would
Oh, you'll come?
I would like to meet this Selphod, if you don't mind.
I don't know if he's there, but we'll see. I think it's just a store name.
Either way,
Yes. Yeah, let's go.
seems like an interesting place from what Caldron recalls.
Okay, so you go to Zelfod's Magical Emporium.
Hmm.
As you walk in, you see excuse me, um, an aged elf in here. Um, yep, sure is. Yep. So as you walk in, he's there and he sees you and he says, "Welcome to Zelfod's Magical Emporium."
Thank you. We discovered a curiosity in the Underdark and wondered if you could shed some light on its purpose.
The Underdark.
Yes, would you like to see it?
Sure.
Get it out.
Yeah. May I?
Yes.
Takes it and he starts to examine it, turn around. It's quite good craftsmanship. Doesn't seem like there's any way to open it except for the undercommon written there.
Yep. So you say that.
What's inside?
I say open and undercommon.
Ooh. Oh,
But why would Duergar need a lantern?
interesting.
It must do something else.
I can give me a few minutes. I can see what I can tell you about it.
I'd be grateful.
This is very interesting. I've never seen one of these before.
Well, that's not true anymore.
Takes a minute. Takes 10 minutes, I guess. Ritualizes. Um, So this is very interesting. It's it is it does have uh some get there. It does have some definite traces of magic in it, which seems to keep this flame burning for
Ever.
forever. It seems like if you put it out, it would just well, if you put it out, it would go out until the next time you open the box, and then it would be there again.
I see.
Uh, but otherwise, this by itself does not appear to be more than anything than what it is. Now, my understanding of certain things are correct. I think that there's something or some things that are missing from this that could potentially make this well something else.
More significant at that point.
And unfortunately, without the something else, I don't know what that would be. But probably something more useful to Durgar than just a light. Durgar don't he glances at Serena's. What, as you probably at least have heard, if not seen, they really have no use for a light in the darkness. So there's certainly something more here, but what's not here? I mean, was there anything else with it? Anything belonging to it? Is there a attachment, and I don't. And he's holding the box up, looking at it. I don't know where anything would go.
I don't believe so.
There's the key next to it.
Yeah, there was a key with it, but the key went to something else.
I don't see a keyhole or a slot.
No. We looked for that as well and didn't look like there was a spot to place it inside of the box. There's not. There's space to the right and left of the flame.
There is.
And there's a gap in the chest so you could place something there with it still being able to close.
So if I had a guess at it, I would say something would fit in those spaces, but
But what is an open question?
just very much. So this is fascinating.
That's very in line with my thinking on it. Thank you.
If I may, you'll say the under common word for close and have it closed. Very interesting.
Works just like you'd expect it to.
It's very fine craftsmanship.
It is fine craftsmanship for a unknown purpose.
One other thing is, this is a little bit of intuition and a little bit from the identify. I don't think you can break that box.
Really?
Not that you would want to.
But we couldn't even if we wanted to.
Well, I think if you had a significant amount of power or something that, but just normal means, do you carry a weapon?
Yeah.
Warhammer?
Mace.
Mace. For example, I don't think you could smash it with your mace there.
Interesting. Magic is more powerful than it appears.
It's a combination of the magic and, again, the craftsmanship. The Duergar have their flaws, but they do nice work.
They do. Strange paths we take. Thank you. Have a good day.
So, of course, you too. Thank you for this most interesting part of my day.
Melanius bows and leaves.
You'll do anything else before dusk?
I don't think so. Oh, we're going to the tower at dusk, I guess.
I'm assuming you go to the Glorious Dawn Inn.
Yep.
To
Check in.
check in, get new rooms because they're. In fact, I'm not sure they recognize you weren't here because Keldron's not here, and
Right.
so they look at you like, you want to stay here?
We intended to return to our rooms. I believe that our friend is still in state in one of them.
There's a dead guy in one of his rooms.
Actually,
We dropped him off at a temple.
yeah, John the First is
Yep.
the Shantian Temple. Yep.
I forgot that. That's way less weird. So much less weird.
Yeah, they check in. They give you either your old rooms or new rooms since it's been a few days. I'm assuming somebody has some gold to be able to pay for this.
Still have 10.
Kater does.
There it is. Okay. However much it was. At least for the night. You really only got to pay for the night. You're leaving in the morning, right?
Right.
Always. We're always leaving tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true. We'll see how many times we're leaving tomorrow.
I don't know when the last day was we weren't leaving tomorrow.
We've been gonna leave tomorrow for like 2 weeks at this point.
All right. So, hey, Josh is checking it out, which is, do you have the cost for?
Oh. Did I?
I know you had it at one point,
I
but it's fine.
did.
I'll figure it out.
I did have it at one point. I don't know if I
Yeah.
put it in.
So you pay whatever it is.
Children's notes or not.
I mean, whatever it
had
is,
it all
Kater will
figured
pay
out.
for only one room. Like,
Do
this place sounds expensive, so Kater will pay for a single room.
Single room.
We're all gonna sleep in there.
That is true. You probably won't have a lot of trouble sleeping. And as it approaches dusk, are you all four going to Serial's tower?
Mhm.
Okay. So as you all four leave the glorious dawn, you head down, or up, I should say, through Westgate back into Eurosa's heart. You cross the river, and as you see the tower in the distance, of course. And as you are starting to approach, I mean, you're still a little bit of ways away. You all feel suddenly like you're being watched. And as you're, you kind of stopped and you look around. And I mean, there's a lot of people out here, but you all have that, like, just that sixth sense feeling. Like, maybe it's just because we're extra tired and we've just come from the Underdark and we all died and stuff. But like, we all feel like something is watching us, and we're not feeling good about where we are in this moment. And that's where we'll pick up next time.
Uh-oh. We're being watched. That's not great. All right. Well, that was Oblivion for this week. 2 weeks in a row of Oblivion. So, we will be back soon. We're working on scheduling the rest of our August. I have not looked at that scheduler yet, but I'm going to. So we'll have some more games this month. We will probably have some more Oblivion, and we might have something new for you coming up soon. So make sure you're subscribed to our Twitch channel so you get a notification.
Make sure to like and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe. Also, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel where we upload all these after we live stream. And yeah, you'll probably see something new sometime this month. And it'll be cool. But that's it for tonight. So we'll see you next week, the week after, whenever we're back with some more role playing of some kind. Until then, good night, everybody.